5.
If you were to have dinner tonight, a Pakistani dinner.
No, Pakistani dinner. Why does it have to be Pakistani? Why can't it be Mexican? Why can't it be black?
It's my question.
Why can't it be white?
Because
why does it have to be
Pakistani? I'll tell you that much.
Huh?
African food is not the best.
African food is incredible. Have you ever had African food?
Oh, yes, I've had it.
What? What kind?
Not great.
What kind of African food?
West Africa.
What cuisine? That's like saying West America.
Like
what cuisine, bro?
From Senegal.
Senegal. So that's the only African cuisine you've ever had.
Yes.
And you're saying all African cuisine?
No, but I don't think I would. No, well, yes.
No, you would like African stuff because I've had it and I know your taste buds. I had Eritrean food and Ethiopian food. Okay. Incredible.
I'm down. I wouldn't be opposed to trying it, but the food I did try was not a great impression.
From Senegal?
Yes.
I've heard, yeah. Is Mo from Senegal?
Yes.
He took you to a spot?
He had it.
Your only black friend took you to the spot? And you're like, Africa sucks, bro. Is this what your people eat? Of course.
Come on, bro. Why does this guy have to?
I'm not. I'm just making an observation, bro.
You're making me seem racist or something, man.
It's okay. We're all racist.
I'm not a fan of the Senegalese cuisine. The chicken was good. But everything else was very, very.
I actually want to know. I've never asked you this. Mm-hmm. What is your favorite cuisine? You're genuinely somebody who enjoys food, who's a connoisseur of food, who's a foodie, self-proclaimed.
Yeah.
What is your favorite cuisine? Favorite
steak.
That's a type. I'm talking culturally.
Culturally?
Yeah. Like you like steaks.
Yeah. Culturally, Mexican food probably.
Mexican?
Yeah.
Of course you like your kind.
I like Indian food too.
But not more than Mexican.
No, I'd rather go eat Mexican food than Indian food.
Why?
The taste is very rich. And there's different types of ways of making it, just like Indian food, same thing. But Indian food to me is the spices can get overwhelming for me to have it every single day.
It just tastes like poor.
No, I mean Mexican food too. I'm not a fan. Another thing, I'm not a fan of rice really.
Really?
Mexican rice, I don't like it. But I do like burritos and different tacos, enchiladas. And you're asking me generally, if I were to go to a restaurant, where am I leaning towards?
If you had to pick one cuisine till the end of your life.
One
Mexican.
cuisine?
Yeah.
Cuisine, I would say steak.
Culturally? Yeah.
Yeah, culturally, I'd probably say Mexican
food. Yeah. Tacos, burritos, enchiladas.
Yes, all of that.
All of that stuff.
Yeah.
Within Mexican food, what do you enjoy?
Within Mexican food, I love wet burritos.
Wet burritos.
Wet burritos and fajitas, my favorite.
And fajitas.
I had an amazing wet burrito a few nights ago. Nice. Oh my god, dude! Next time you take a girl out on a date, I'm telling you this much. You got
5 to 7 years from now, yeah.
See, this is the type of place that makes sense for a first date. Remember, I was telling the places you take these girls. It's like
girls. I'm not into girls.
Sorry, that you.
What are you talking about? What girls?
Sorry, the places you used to take me to. It was over the top. Right?
Yeah.
Place like this, very, very nice place. Okay, very nice place.
How much was the bill?
$70.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
For one or two?
Two of us. My wet burrito, bro, I had half. It was like $25. Amazing steak quality, amazing asada quality. Alexis had fajitas, steak fajitas. It typically steak fajitas will come like asada, be kind of thin strips of meat. This was like chunks, like filet mignon type chunks. Amazing, bro. And it was on the water in Newport Beach. Yeah.
Wow.
We went at sunset. It was super cool, dude. There was a crane on the docks, and the crane was like, dude, I gotta show you this video of this crane, bro. You're gonna be astonished. You know what a crane is, right? The bird?
Yeah.
Type of bird? Dude, cranes, bro, when they're...
No, I didn't know it was a type of bird. I'm thinking of something else.
What are you thinking of?
Dude, a crane, like a construction crane.
No, well, that is a type of crane, but
yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
The first crane before machines is a bird.
It's a bird. Oh, because it's in the shape of. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So and cranes have astonishingly long necks. So, but cranes, it's a big thing of martial arts because how precise they are and how concentrated they are on their prey. So the crane walking on the pier, and there's basically pillars of light throughout the pier, right? And he goes to where the lighted area is, and he'll look in the water because that's where he can see properly because there's light there. And he's looking in, and he's just concentrated on if there's a fish coming. If there's a fish coming, he knows he's gonna get it. Boom, attacks. But if he knows he's not gonna get it, he'll be ready to even attack, and he won't even try. The crane won't even try. He only attacks when he knows he's gonna get it. Madness, dude. It's funny. I don't think he's actually like frustrated, but when he knows he's not able to get it, he goes back up and he goes to another light pole. He's walking and he'll shake his head like that. He'll be like, like pissed. Like it looks like he's pissed off that he missed his opportunity.
So was the bill $70 including tip, or was it just $70 total?
Including tip.
Wow, that's a good deal.
It's a great deal.
And you get to see cranes.
And you get to see cranes. I went to another Mexican restaurant yesterday, actually, but with my dad, and this was like a very hole-in-the-wall type spot. The fajitas were more expensive than this beautiful Mexican restaurant in Newport Beach.
70, that looks like a steal in Newport Beach.
It's a great deal. Great deal. Sat outside on the water, looking at $10 million homes right there on the water. The beautiful home, bro. $17 million right there. You know what the mortgage is on that?
On a $17 million home?
Yeah.
Let me see. Like monthly?
Yeah, monthly.
Probably 30 to 40K a month.
100K a month.
100K?
100K a month.
Why is it that high?
That's just what it is.
$17 million house.
Yeah.
40K seems reasonable, right? A month?
100K, bro. I'm telling you what it is, yeah.
100K. Interesting. So as you were sitting there, you were zillowing how much you would have to pay?
Yes.
Yeah,
actually,
exactly.
That's what I was doing. That's exactly what I was doing. Me and Alexa were looking at the homes, and we're talking about how much we think the homes are. I was like, why don't we just check? And so we started checking.
Of course you did. So you hate African stuff, but you love Mexican food. And where?
I want to go on a safari, though. I would love to go to Africa.
To eat the animals there or what?
No, to go see lions.
Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah. You want to go on a backpacking trip, bro?
No, I'm not going. Where?
You know what I'm gonna ask? Where?
In the safari? I'm not doing that.
No,
Backpacking trip across the lions.
No, in what country is this in Africa? It starts with a B, not
Mozambique.
Wait, what? That's Mozambique. No.
Oh,
it starts with a B.
B?
Yeah.
Bali? No, that's not in
that's
Africa.
That's a city in Indonesia.
Yeah. Hold on.
Not remembering.
Benin?
Burundi.
Burundi?
I think it's Burundi.
Djibouti?
Not Djibouti.
Burkina Faso?
Burkina Faso.
Oh, that's a country in Africa.
Maybe.
Burkina Faso?
But this is basically a trek through the rainforest, dude. A gorilla trek. And I've told you this before.
Yeah.
This is on my bucket list.
I'm good.
You wouldn't do that?
Gorillas? I'm sorry.
What? That would be amazing.
How long?
It's 3 days.
3-day trek to see gorillas.
Yeah.
What do the gorillas do? You gotta fight the gorillas?
Yeah.
No, you're messing with me.
One man versus, 100 gorillas versus.
Yeah.
Or 100 men versus one gorilla. Yeah.
If I can take 100 cricket balls, I'll go. I'm killing
No, bro. Gorillas are actually very peaceful.
They are?
Yeah. You go. You walk near them. You kind of live in their habitat. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty beautiful.
That sounds fascinating.
Yeah. That's on my bucket list. 100%.
So 5 people.
So back to the question. Back to the question. If you were to have a Pakistani dinner tonight and you can choose 5 people in history, living or dead, who would you choose, buddy? Who would you choose?
Yeah, I have my 5.
Tell me.
Before, I was thinking about mostly like modern people, but now I've completely changed my answer.
Since last time I asked you.
Yeah, because if I were sitting right here today, this is you asking me 2025 version right now, I would say I would invite to dinner like prophets. So I'd start with.
My God,
no, I'm serious.
Bro, this guy's mad.
I'd start with Abraham. I'm serious. Abraham.
Yeah, I believe
Hazrat
you.
Ibrahim, yeah, I would do Jesus. I would do Abraham. No, I would do Moses, Abraham, Jesus. 3. Prophet Muhammad, peace be on him, and then promised Messiah that we believe in. 5. And me. That's crazy, bro.
That is crazy.
That's actually crazy.
That's an insane answer.
First of all, I would
dude.
solve all the dilemmas of the religions because I'm like, Jesus, well, he would tell me he died. He doesn't exist anymore.
Okay,
It's not
great
happening.
question.
Yeah.
What if he told you, I am the son of the
Well,
Father?
then, what am I going to say? I'm going to deny it.
Yeah, exactly.
But what is Prophet Muhammad going to say then? Peace be on him. He's
What
going
if,
to be
no,
like,
maybe Muhammad won't come because he wouldn't be a prophet at that point.
no.
If Jesus Christ told you that, Muhammad wouldn't be a prophet.
If you ask me a question, if I could, this is
Those are
whatever
the people you would take.
what we're saying. It's a hypothetical. I don't even know what to answer.
Yeah,
You're saying if I could assemble a group of 5 people,
Yes, 5
from
people.
past and current,
Yes.
I'm talking to these 5 people and it's
Okay.
me. If it's possible in some
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
hypothetical situation, all of them are there in me.
The crazy thing is, if Jesus Christ told you at that moment, I am the son of the Father, Muhammad could still be there, but he would have to accept this.
Okay, and if
And your
Muhammad,
promised Messiah.
but
too.
if Prophet Muhammad was there and he said, Jesus, you died. You were a prophet. What is Jesus gonna say?
Well, Jesus Christ would be God at that point, right?
Well, no, Jesus is just gonna say, yeah, everybody's wrong. I died. I'm dead. Stop worshiping me. I'm not God. I'm not God's son.
That's
God has no
nothing, dude.
partner. Muhammad, you're the last one. And promised Messiah, you're the last. You're the one after him or something like that. I don't know.
See, that's how crazy this is, bro. Because Jesus Christ could say, okay, Jesus Christ is a human, right? And then Muhammad comes along and Muhammad says, okay, this promised Messiah is not a real human. This is actually a complete facade. What would you say?
It's not a possibility.
I'm asking
0%.
you, what would you say?
0%.
Would
You're
you
asking
stop
me
being-
if Hitler came today and it was like, it's a
No,
weird
bro,
hypothetical.
seriously. Would you stop being Qadiani?
Stop being Qadian. What do
Yes.
you-
If Muhammad himself
but it's not
told
possible.
You, I'm asking you a hypothetical question.
Hypothetically, if the highest of prophets told me something that I believe in is false, then I would have to take his word for it.
And you would become a Sunni or Shia or something?
No, I would. This is a complete hypothetical.
But you wouldn't be an Ahmadi anymore.
The thing is, what you're describing, the odds of that happening are 0%. It doesn't exist in any realm. 100%. Stand by that. Because
No, I
we
believe-
believe that the promise. We believe.
my
We
God.
believe. You're bringing this up. I didn't bring any of this up.
But I'm asking you the hypothetical question.
So hypothetically anything, man. God damn it with your hypothetical question.
No, but you have to answer, bro.
Okay, well, I'll ask you. I just told you it's 0% hypo. I already answered. First of all, I said I would take the Prophet Muhammad, peace be on him, was the last law-bearing prophet, and he has the highest status as a prophet.
So yes, you would
I would
stop
take.
being Ahmadi.
I would. What you sound like a Fox News analyst
No, I'm
right now.
serious.
Am I running for the presidency? What is going on right now? You're trying to box me into an answer that you really want to hear.
Yeah, drink that
What
water,
you got
buddy.
against Qadianis, bro?
Drink that water.
Got your TV, you're coming over here.
What if Prophet Muhammad told you, Matt?
I was just.
no,
You asked me that question
yeah.
too.
If Jesus is dead, stop worshiping Jesus. Would you become Ahmadi?
If I have Ahmadi.
Yeah, Prophet Messiah is there. He's like, yo, yeah, Prophet Muhammad, peace be on him.
If Jesus Christ is here telling me, yes, I was a prophet. If he is telling me, then yes, bro. Of course.
Yeah,
That's what the gods or prophets are telling me.
sure.
Of course.
So yeah, you're becoming an Ahmadi then. Yes.
If that's the answer with all these people,
Not if. That's probably what's gonna happen, right?
that's definitely not the case. But if hypothetically that's the case, yeah. And if Jesus Christ told you, "I am the Son of God," you would have to become a Christian, or you wouldn't have to, but you for certain you'd be going to hell. If you didn't, right?
I think it'd be an amazing if I could.
I think
this is a possibility in heaven, though, for sure. Right?
That'd be an amazing revelation for you, bro.
what?
You'd finally be saved if this happened. If this dinner happened, I would honestly be very happy. I'm glad, actually, bro.
Well, this is probably something that they can only happen in heaven. Oh, that's probably something.
that could happen.
Yeah, and just having dinner with these people.
Well, if I'm right, then Muhammad and your promised Messiah are definitely not up there.
No, why not? Because they're pious people. Oh no, because you're saying everybody goes to hell. Yeah, pretty much. It was
Well,
not.
I don't know if I exactly agree with that, but yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, no, I think there's different levels to heaven too, though. So I can't really. The prophets have the highest level,
Yeah.
so you can't. I don't know if I'll be
And
able
Jesus
to
Christ has the highest level.
access.
He's
Well,
the
you're
right hand
saying
of the
he's
Father.
God, so he's not even. It
Yeah.
doesn't even apply.
The right hand of the Father.
Yeah, so he's. You actually physically believe that Jesus is the right hand, like he's. So there's God separate and then Jesus.
I don't think they're separate.
So then you
I
believe.
think
in
they are
one,
God.
So you just believe in one God then.
I believe in one God.
You don't believe he has son or a partner.
I don't know. You say partner because I know that's what they say in your relationship.
Yeah,
partner.
but that's because I actually no,
it is
genuinely,
one unit, bro. That's what
I
you don't understand.
genuinely
Yeah.
think you as a person believe that God is one.
I do believe God is one.
But the thing is, you guys, it just doesn't make sense.
It's the
to me.
semantics, too. That's what you don't agree with. The semantics.
Yeah, it's the
of it.
semantics, and I actually think the semantics don't work in your interest because you actually believe God is one entity.
Yeah.
It's not like there's just Jesus and this is God.
I believe God can
separate.
do whatever he wants. And if God wanted a piece of himself to come down and talk to us, he can do that.
So then you don't believe Jesus is his son. There's no son. God has no son.
No, but this is how it worked, right? Jesus Christ came down, right, into the Virgin Mary. And then he was born from the Virgin Mary. So that's why they say he's a son, because God implanted the seed in Virgin Mary. That's why they say that. But it's a piece of him. It's like it is him.
When you think of God, what do you think of?
An almighty being.
You're right. So when you're praying, right? This is a genuine question. I'm actually curious. When you're praying, you're just thinking of God.
I'm thinking of God.
You're not thinking of Jesus.
I'm not thinking because this Jesus Christ that we see on these frames, that's not really what he looked like.
That's not God.
That's not God. That is. That's part of who God was. But I'm saying I don't have like a face of who Jesus Christ or God is. I don't have this face.
Interesting. So when you pray, there's no face that comes up.
There's no face that I'm thinking about.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just so it's just entity. It's just a thing.
That's what I'm
God.
praying to. Yes.
So then you're not associating partners with God in a way.
When I'm praying, I'm not praying. I
not
pray
praying
to
to
God.
a son.
That's what I.
You're
What if you're asking me at nighttime every night when I pray, what do I say? I say thank you God for. I can literally tell you what I say. I say thank you God for the love and compassion you provided for me today. Thank you God for the food and shelter you've provided for me. Thank you God for the opportunities you give me. Thank you God for this and health and that's the stuff I say. I say thank you God. And what I'm visualizing is an entity.
Do you thank Mary ever? Or like the
I don't
Virgin?
pray. No, I don't pray to anything else. I only pray to God.
Because some people do worship, or they do
so
something.
This is how it goes, right? In Catholicism, some people feel that they have when they pray, right? They feel. Sorry, when people pray, there's prayers that go to. Some people will pray to baby Jesus. Some people will pray to Virgin Mary.
Baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus.
What does that mean?
Baby. I don't honestly know. I just know that people do this. So
baby Jesus. Yeah. Okay.
They pray to baby Jesus, Virgin Mary, or there's some saints and right that they'll pray to, and they've gone through time. They've realized that when they pray to this, that's their person that helps them. Like that's basically their, I don't want to say Holy Spirit, but that's like their angel pretty much that they're praying to. That's pretty much what it is. They're praying to this angel who's coming down and helping them with whatever it is.
So that would be setting up partners with God because you're praying to something, but you don't do that.
I don't do that.
Why don't you do that?
Why don't I do that?
Yeah.
I don't feel the urge to do that. I feel the urge if I'm going to pray to somebody, I'm going to pray to the most ultimate being. I do believe that angels and stuff like that exist.
Yeah,
though.
angels exist.
Yeah.
So do Muslims. Yeah.
Yeah. So that I do believe that angels come down and can guide us, and that's 100%. I think that's part of the Holy Spirit, right? That's part of the guidance of us. But I don't think I should pray to them. I think if I pray to God, God will answer it. And if he so chooses to send his angels down and do his work, then that's what it is.
I agree with that. Yeah. Angels can do God's work 100%.
Yeah.
But you don't feel the need to pray to them.
No.
Because why pray to something that's not the highest being? Pray to something that's control. Yeah. Yeah, so even according to your view, I don't think you view, I think it's more metaphorical, the whole Jesus aspect of it, in your opinion.
In my opinion, what I think your frame of how you're thinking about the situation is different than how I'm thinking about it. Because I think you're thinking about it from a Muslim point of view, and I'm thinking about it from a Christian point of view, and from a Christian or Catholic point of view, whatever you want to say, they're one being. It's one person. It's not like multiple people.
But you're also different from other Christians and Catholics. Because if I were to ask, I think, what do you think of when you think of God? People probably say Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're actually thinking of Jesus' face,
maybe,
and Jesus itself.
I do think some people do that. Yeah, for sure.
That's fascinating. So it is.
I just don't think like this guy that we see that's painted that looks like Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ didn't look like a white guy. First of all, we don't know what he looked like, right? But he
Definitely
definitely
not.
wasn't a white guy.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't make sense to me. What they're making this? He literally looks like a Chad, bro. Like his face is symmetrical. It's
He's
perfect.
a Chad from Orange County. Straight up, yeah.
Straight up, he looks perfect.
He looks like a Chad from OC, bro. In the way he's, but yeah, I think of like an OC guy from Irvine,
that's how-
Newport Beach.
And I understand why they frame it that way because he's God, so he's going to look like perfection, pretty much, right?
So you're saying Chad is perfection?
Chad, that's the whole point.
No, like Chads. Like if there's a Chad in from OC,
No, I'm not gonna say they're
symmetrically.
perfection. This guy, bro. Yes, yeah, pretty much. They are God. No, I get why they do it, but we don't know that he actually looks like that, right? That's my point.
Yeah, which to me, again, like so you don't. Seems to me that if you don't worship angels or Virgin Mary, and if you don't think of God as a humanly form in the form of Jesus, and you're only praying to one entity of God, then I don't know if you are associating partners with God. You know,
That's my point. I don't think I am. That's what I keep saying. I don't think
you
I am.
personally,
Yeah.
I don't think are.
Yeah, I don't think I am. I think of God.
So then why
came
not
down as
just
Jesus Christ? That's what I do believe. I think Jesus Christ is part of God. You guys don't think so because you don't think Jesus Christ. You think of Jesus Christ as a human being, right? I don't think that. I think God is able to do whatever He wants, and if the solution at the time was to send part of Himself in human form to relay a message, definitely think that's possible. Do you believe Jesus Christ turned water into wine?
I don't okay. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
If it's that's part of our belief.
Oh, you don't know if that's part of your belief.
Yeah.
So see, I believe that. I don't believe a prophet can go ahead and turn water into wine.
What if God guides them to?
I think God can do whatever He wants, right?
So then he can. A prophet can if God guides him
If God guides him to, I don't think that's ever been done though. Oh yeah, Moses, I guess, parting the
to.
Red
Parting
Sea.
the Red Sea.
Yeah, exactly. But that was even before Jesus Christ. After Jesus Christ, there's been nothing of this sort. Even during that time, like, what has Abraham done anything?
Yes.
What's he done?
Oh, like something like miraculous.
Something like, yes, like miracle.
Well, building the Kaaba was insane. Like I'm not.
But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like,
I see.
It's not like doing something that's literally
like walk on
impossible.
water.
Exact. That's not possible. Literally healing somebody of cancer on touch or stuff like that. Jesus Christ did that, and I do believe He did that. I don't know if you guys, if that's in your book.
No. We definitely believe that prophets have the capability of performing miracles, 100%, because God guides them to. Now your question is, does something supernatural have to happen? Like parting the water.
That's supernatural.
That is supernatural. And so by your logic, yes, a prophet can do that if God is guiding them, because God can do anything.
Yeah, but I do believe Jesus Christ was the last. God came down, pretty much. That's what I think. God came down into Jesus Christ form, and he basically said, "Okay, we don't need any more games." Pretty much, all like Moses came, did his thing, but it still wasn't right, right? And then we had such and such person come. It still wasn't right. We had all these sacrifices, still not right. So I'm coming down myself and telling you guys, this is the truth. And that's what I do. I think that's where we differ.
And something theoretically in Islam, we do believe that God does not, and I might be wrong. Don't quote me on this.
Okay.
We believe that God does not violate the natural order. So He would never come down, because that would ruin the faith test of humans. Like if He just came down, then it's kind of it's unnatural. Like God would not do something that's out of the natural order. Like God will never physically come down, because God is another entity. He's not a human like. And it's not.
Yeah, I think that is what you guys. I think that's what you guys believe.
That's where we defer to.
Yeah,
because we don't think it's.
And that makes sense, right? That makes sense why you wouldn't think Jesus Christ is God, because Muhammad came after. If Muhammad came after, then Jesus Christ, there's no possibility that He would have been God.
But something
that's what you guys believe.
But something I don't know, we've talked about this, from your perspective, that doesn't make sense is fine. Sure, like me and you can have that disagreement, but then don't you guys think there's some truth to why Muhammad, peace be on him, came, and the Quran came? Like if it acknowledges Jesus, it doesn't. Like if the Quran came down and was like, yeah, it's a new thing. He doesn't. Jesus, what? Jesus, who is Jesus?
Myself, personally, I don't think the Quran is a bad thing. I don't think so.
I don't think Catholics or Christians believe that.
Yeah. But I mean, if you want to take it by the book, any other religion that comes after or says, hey, Jesus Christ is after, then they're part of the devil's work, right? That's what it is, because they're taking you away from Jesus Christ being the Son of the Father, dying for our sins. It takes you away from that.
But there you go. So
Yeah.
that's what confuses me is because it refuses the metaphorical aspects, right? Meaning that you believe that Jesus died for your sins,
Yeah,
but that's God.
that's God, correct.
So God,
So is your point? Do you want me to say God died for our sins on earth?
no, that's not my point at all. My point is that I have this like urge whenever Christians and Catholics, we've interviewed quite a few,
Yeah.
Christians and no, seriously,
At
we
this
have
point,
at this point,
Yeah.
like 3 or 4,
Yeah.
I think 4, solid 4.
It's like
We've talked about religion
4%
a
of
lot.
our podcast, 5% of our podcast is
Yeah, it's been like
okay,
Christian.
but yeah.
So no, that's why I'm asking that whenever they come on and they talk, especially
Yeah.
when Leland, that episode will come out,
Yeah.
he was talking is fundamentally we actually do agree on basically everything. It's between Christians and Muslims. It's
Yeah.
literally this the major, I guess, difference, and this is the biggest one that creates all the other differences is we refuse to accept your reality metaphorically. Because it's from your point of view. I'm not even talking about Catholics. From your, as a Matthew Gutierrez,
Yeah.
you don't worship to angels. You don't worship to anybody else. Only God. You said God can do whatever He wants. So He came out in human form, and let's say your opinion,
Right.
which you have the justice to hold on to. So from my point of view, it's like, okay, but do you see my point of view is saying, you know what I'm saying?
I can understand why you're a Muslim. It's
Yeah.
not like I don't understand.
No. I understand, but it's just to me, like we acknowledge the truth of the Bible and the Torah, the New Testament, Old Testament. It just makes sense why the Quran, the purpose of the Quran is Christianity, in our opinion, was being interpreted in a way that was leading down the pathway of eventual future idol worship, where you made a human into a god.
Right.
And it came to correct that major error, saying that all prophets are just humans. There's one God, there's no partner.
Yeah.
God is just single entity. That's it. He has no son, no daughter, no mother, nothing. And the Christians, through interpretation, messed up. And here's the Quran, the perfect book, the last book. This is it. We're teaching you everything Christianity teaches, pretty much. No premarital sex.
Yeah.
at the
Everything's
same
pretty much the
it's
same.
pretty much literally the same.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to me. It's like we're not. If we said worship Satan instead, I was like 100%. You know, like it's not saying that. It's literally just saying the same teachings, but it's just correcting that one error, and it's the latest version.
See, my point of this, what you're saying right now, is since I believe God came down to earth, I don't understand why He would send a prophet to come down again, and that's where we differ. Because if God was the last one, and I believe was the last one to come down, why would He send another human to tell?
What understood,
People,
but the thing is, we don't agree with your premise.
Exactly. That's my point. We're never going to agree because of that.
But that's the thing that to me, as a human, to forget labels, I'm just like, logically speaking, our entire religion differs on this thing, and it's like, it's
crazy.
Honestly, to me, it's a minor thing.
In my opinion, it's also minor.
It's a minor thing, but the thing is, according to my logic, it's like, bro, just for Christians and Catholics, just accept you're wrong and just become Muslim.
Come on, bro.
It's a small adjustment. We'll still believe in God.
Why don't
I'm not
you
telling
make that
you to
small
be
adjustment?
But because the thing is, in our opinion, I guess.
You
So
say
is
the
it
same thing as my point. I could say the same thing as you. Whatever you're
sure?
gonna say.
Granted,
Yeah.
but in your, I want you to know this.
Yeah.
In your opinion,
Yeah.
do you think it's a sin to not believe in Jesus Christ as the Son and just a prophet?
Because I think He's God. That's my point.
Okay, so I actually have a clear understanding. So the thing is, I have a certain view.
Yeah.
And you have the inverse of that view. And we
Exactly.
equally view that to be like as grave of a sin.
Exactly.
Which is
That's why our
why
frame of thought is so different, and that's why we'll never agree. Because our frame of thought, just from where I'm coming from, you will never comprehend it. And I will never comprehend you because you're coming from a different frame of thought.
it's literally this one major principle. So the unity of God.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
even the unity, the God itself.
God.
What constitutes as God? Which is the ultimate question.
Of
Which makes
course.
sense why it's such a big difference.
It's a big difference, but it's like if you think about it, it's like one thing. All our value as humans. Okay, this is how I should put it. As a human, right? All the values we take from the Quran or the Bible, pretty much identical. Pretty much identical. Where things start to differ is when we start thinking about things we don't even understand ourselves. Like we don't understand, like you said, the premise of God. We will never comprehend that. I don't even know if when we go to heaven we'll comprehend that.
because
right?
God is
It's just a different being, and anything miraculous or that's a miracle. That's where we start to differ. That's where things change, because as humans, we will never understand that. So to us, this idea of it's basically a label, right? Jesus Christ is a label. It's a labeling difference. That's pretty much what it is. And so that because we're putting it into human terms, that's why there's this big difference. In my opinion, it's not that big of a difference. It's a label.
Is according to Islam the biggest sin.
Us too.
The biggest sin
Yeah, if you
for
don't
us
exactly.
is associating partners with God. Shirk.
But that's what I'm saying. If you take my frame of thought, you wouldn't associate a partner with God because Jesus Christ is God. That's what I'm trying to explain. That as a Christian, if you ask any Christian, who's Jesus Christ? God. Who's God? Jesus Christ. That it's an interchangeable thing.
I understand that part. Sure, me and you will never understand. Truly,
Yeah,
sincerely. But the part that confuses me, from the point of view of a Catholic and a Christian, is the chronology of things. You know what I'm saying?
And that's another thing. That's where the logic will never add up in itself either, because our logic ends at the Bible. Your logic continues through the Bible. So
Yeah.
we think at the Bible, nothing else has happened. You get what I'm saying?
No, I understand. Yeah, but the thing is, don't you think logically, if there was a mistake?
But it's not bro. I keep telling you every pod.
Interesting. So you don't even view
Exactly. That's why it's not logical, because it didn't. I'm not gonna say it didn't happen, but it didn't happen according to the Bible. According to what we believe as Christians, Catholics, nothing comes after Jesus Christ. There's people that can interpret, and there's not like saints, almost like saints, humans that they're not necessarily prophets, but they can do things, right? God wills them the power to do things. But there's nothing that comes after. There's no book that comes after. That's why it's not logical to me. In your head, it could be logical because you believe Quran is the end. We believe Bible is the end. So nothing after, 800 years after, nothing has happened.
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm processing what you say. So to me, I guess we've talked about religion a lot. It seems to me that whatever belief system gives you the most fulfillment, abide by that.
Yeah. And
live
hope for the
according
best.
to those principles. If it gives you, like, if you're sleeping at night and you're like waking up like, wow, yeah, like I'm so lucky to believe in God. I'm so lucky to believe in my religion. I'm so lucky to practice these principles. It's giving me less anxiety. It's making me more humble, making me more grounded. I'm making better life decisions. Then that is the faith for you. And yeah, there's no restlessness in you, and you're at peace and tranquility.
Yeah.
Then you have the right to believe in what you believe in.
Yeah, of course. I mean, at the end of the day, we all have the right to believe whatever we want, even if you live in a country where like you're not allowed to, right? You can still do it in your
Freedom
head.
of religion.
Still
Yeah,
can do
yeah.
it.
Freedom of religion is the cornerstone of society.
Yeah,
100%.
So it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, what matters is when you die. That's the reality of what matters. And that's what we'll never know. And when we do know, it's going to be too late.
If you're at your deathbed and you're fulfilled,
It is what
you
it
have
is.
no regrets,
Yes,
then
it is what it is.
yeah, and you did good works, you tried to serve humanity, you
Yeah.
believed in God. I think that's what really is the test.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard for the atheists though to explain themselves.
Yeah, atheist it's a difficult thing. Did you see that? Did you see that YouTube video? Jordan Peterson versus 20 atheists.
Yeah, Jordan Peterson is just not good at debating, is what I figured.
No, did you watch that?
Parts of it, but parts of it just because Jordan Peterson, this is one debate tactic he does. Define what you mean. What does constitute?
Semantics, yeah.
Semantics. He just debates
Yeah.
semantics. We never really get to the crust of the issues.
You don't think so?
I mean, I didn't see the whole thing, granted, but I've seen Jordan Peterson debate other people, and
I can agree with some points he makes. It's very difficult to have a solid answer with some things that he's debating with his book. We wrestle with God. We who wrestle with God, or whatever. There's what he's saying, because I think he's a Christian. He's never said that he's a Christian.
they deleted, by the way. You know that, right?
What, they deleted that word Christian?
Yeah. So the original Jubilee title of the video was
Christian.
20 atheists versus one Christian.
Right.
and then they just made it Jordan Peterson versus 20 atheists.
But I watched that whole thing.
he said,
Who said I'm a Christian? And they're like, well, I thought that's what Jubilee told us.
That's what they did.
Maybe that's what they
tell him.
told. Yeah, they probably told him. They probably assumed it.
They didn't know Jordan Peterson was going on.
Yeah, exactly. But I've actually never heard him say it. A lot of things that he says is from the Bible, right? I don't think he's ever said anything from the Quran.
Well, he's always saying Judeo-Christian values.
Yeah, you're right.
Because you guys do believe in the Torah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because Jewish people don't believe in the Bible.
Exactly. They think
For them, it
at
ends
the
at the
Torah.
Torah.
You see what I'm saying? That's why it'll never be logical. Logic doesn't play a part in religion.
Which is why, from my perspective, I'm like, it makes perfect sense to believe in the Quran because it captures the Torah, the Bible. It's just a natural continuation. And I understand from your perspective.
Yeah.
Okay, the logic ends there. Sure, no, I logically.
Even Jews, I get Jews. The logic ends at the Torah. So what?
Nah, you don't really get the Jews. Though.
I do get it though. I do get if they're truly Jewish and they believe Jesus Christ wasn't like this good almighty person or God, right? I get what they're saying. If I was born a Jewish and maybe I was raised with like exactly what Jewish people believe, maybe I would get it.
Sure, but that doesn't make it right. You know what I'm saying? Because they technically, tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Who persecuted Jesus?
Jews.
They persecuted
Yes.
Jesus. They were the one who
killed
put him on the
Mistake.
cross.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's wrong, but I understand. I can think something's wrong, but still understand the point of view.
I understand that. No, sure.
Yeah.
Point of view, we can always understand logic, why generation from generation, but it makes sense, right? Why God sent down Jesus to the Jews because he was like, well,
That makes more sense to me.
right?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Because that's my frame of thought.
Right. I know. And under your frame of thought, to me, and again, we'll have this back and forth till the end of time.
Yeah.
I'm sure when we're 70, you're 70, I'm gonna be trying to be like, yo, but
It's
to me,
almost time, bro.
it just makes sense, right? It's like, yeah, it makes sense because there was this erroneous thing. People started worshiping Jesus, a person, a prophet. Then God sent on the Quran, correcting and placing Muhammad as the last law-bearing prophet. Peace be on him. Whatever.
Yeah.
How, if you were to have 5 people. You started the debate though. I just mentioned the prophets.
Yeah.
You took that one. If you were to have 5 people, living or dead,
You living or dead?
right now you're having a Mexican dinner tomorrow
Well, having what burritos?
in Huntington Park. Who are you?
No, I would not have dinner in Huntington Park. No, sir. Did you know burritos aren't even Mexican food, bro? That's a Tex-Mex thing.
Is it?
If you go to Mexico, bro, you will not find any burritos.
In Cabo I did. No?
No, tacos. Only
Oh,
tacos.
there's sushi
There's
too.
quesadillas. But yeah, no, it's not Mexican.
Great invention. Very happy.
Burritos?
about
Yeah, it's
burrito.
amazing.
What does it mean?
Burrito? Little donkey. Burrito.
No.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know it's weird. Burro is donkey. So burrito, when you add ITO, it means little.
And who named this? Like a white dude?
Somebody in Texas. It's Tex-Mex.
So who would you have? 5 people.
I would have only Barack Obama. I would have. Oh man, that's a good question.
Thank you.
Sorry, that was a good. It was a good frame of thought for you to say these religious leaders because I would probably just have Jesus Christ on.
If you could, 5 person living or dead.
One of them would be Jesus Christ.
And then who else would Jesus? I'm actually
I mean,
curious.
nobody else is gonna live up to that, right? God,
Well, how would you even speak if Jesus was there?
I don't know.
In your frame of thought, you're like, God, permission. Imagine
Yeah,
interrupting.
exactly. That's why I'm like, can I even have that?
God forbid, yeah.
Can I even have that come? You know what I'm saying? Can I even have Jesus Christ speak to him? But whatever. Jesus Christ, I would have probably Nelson Mandela.
Okay. So it's Jesus, Nelson Mandela,
Not Nelson. Not Nelson.
Donald Trump, maybe?
I would
Friggin'
have DJT.
5 people living or dead. You gotta have a nice.
No, I'd probably have Kennedy on.
Which one?
Like
John F.
FDR,
Kennedy?
yeah, FDR or RFK.
Tell me your
RFK.
5, bro. Tell me your
RFK.
5.
Uh,
RFK?
No, not sorry, JFK, not RFK.
I'm sorry, bro. He's gonna have
I'm
a
all
hard
over
time
the
understanding what RFK says.
Sorry, yeah. You know what? I would actually have FDR on.
FDR?
Yeah.
Okay.
So talk about Hitler.
Give me
War
your
II.
5 lists, bro. Don't just
All
tell
right,
me
Jesus
one.
Christ,
Yeah.
FDR.
Take your time.
Yeah, man. Let me give me a second, bro. This is a big task right here. It's a tall task. I would have. Can I have multiple dinners? Can I create or no? Just one.
Just one, bro. I asked you one dinner, 5 guests.
Fuck FDR. Actually, I'm not having FDR.
FDR, like why?
George
would you...
Washington. I would have George Washington on.
Okay, Okay, Patriot.
Jesus Christ, George Washington.
Okay.
I would have.
Imran Khan, obviously. Imran Khan. Come on.
Oh, I would have DJT. George Washington, Donald John Trump, Jesus Christ.
God forbid. Okay. Who else?
This would be an insane dinner, bro. This would be an insane dinner. Drake. No.
Why did I hear you gonna say that right now?
Really? Did you actually?
He's gonna say Drake or something.
Drake.
I said Jay-Z or Drake. He said Drake.
Did he?
No.
Dude.
Just for fun, he's gonna throw in Drake.
Drake.
Fucking guy.
I threw in Drake. No, I wouldn't have Drake on.
So far, you have.
Jesus Christ. George Washington. Oh, you know who I would have? I would have Marcus Aurelius.
Marcus Aurelius.
Yeah.
Okay.
Marcus Aurelius on. And I would have Socrates.
You're not being serious.
Why am I not being serious?
You don't think about Marcus Aurelius or Socrates on a daily basis. You do think about Jesus, probably, Donald Trump, George Washington. You haven't thought about him since 8th grade. Let's be honest there. Or when you use $1 bills.
No, I think about him often.
No, please
At
give
least
me a
once a day.
serious answer, bro. This is
Why can't I have the
Marcus
answer?
Aurelius and Socrates are not serious answers. You're not,
Why?
bro. Please stop the facade.
I'm not a facade. That's my answer. There's so many interesting people.
Okay, so this is your list. You're standing by.
Yeah, I would do this.
Marcus Aurelius, Socrates, George Washington, Donald Trump.
Why not?
What is Donald Trump doing in the middle of all this?
I just think it'd be interesting. George Washington and Donald John Trump talking to each other.
I just want to say I'm the best one on this table. I'm the richest one, technically speaking.
Yeah, bro. He'd make everybody laugh.
No, I think they would be offended. Marcus Aurelius would be offended by him. 100%.
Yeah, probably.
George Washington would think it's an insult that you even succeeded him. 100%.
No. You know why?
He dodged the draft. George Washington's a military guy.
You know why you're thinking this, bro?
Why?
Because you're thinking of these people on like a pedestal level. If you think of George Washington as a human who actually laughed at jokes and probably told lies, you would think of things different. Because I don't like Donald Trump, but I still laugh at what he does.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Follow up about this dinner.
Okay.
So, are these people interviewing based on the knowledge of this person? Like, it's just everybody's walking in like knowing everybody, or
No.
it's just like, who's the fuck are you? I'm the 45th president.
Only person I know is everybody is Jesus Christ.
So George doesn't know who Donald is. Marcus
no
Aurelius
idea.
has no idea. Socrates.
This is a blanket conversation.
This is a blind date, a group date, basically. And they're all walking in.
Yeah, and me.
And Donald Trump only has Secret Service.
And
That's
me.
it. And you, yo bum ass Mexican.
Indian ass. Yeah, bro.
Donald's gonna ask you for your papers first and foremost. He's like,
Sorry, Donald. That's what I tell him. I would literally tell him
very
that.
fascinating. Would you do the Trump impression there? You would
Hell
not.
yeah. If I was with DJT actually having a dinner, I would do it. Even if it was just me and like Trump, or like all of us and Trump, or like me and Trump's cabinet, I would 100% do it and see if the joke lands.
So how would you middle this conversation? Who's middling it? Because somebody has to be the middler.
Middler?
The middler. Have you not seen
Mediator?
Larry David's show?
No, I've never heard
The
of
middle. You
middler.
gotta have a middler in the conversation. It's the person driving the conversation.
Okay.
The middler. It's
I've never heard of that term.
Well, now you have. It's old people term.
I don't believe that's a real thing.
It's a real Larry David's show. What's his show? That's really popular. Larry David's show.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
You know what I'm talking
I know
about?
what you're talking about.
Tell me right
Relax.
now,
I'm
immediately.
thinking. Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
No, I'm talking about this. Just ended a TV show. It's
Oh.
a classic.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yes.
Sorry, yeah.
Curb.
Yeah,
Curb.
yeah.
Middler. It's people know who watch
Okay,
Curb.
all right, whatever. I'll look it up later.
So who's middling?
Me or
You're-
Jesus Christ?
It's you. So
I'm asking this is how I'm comprehending the question. If I want to talk to people and I'm interested in, I want to learn about what they were thinking about during the time, these are the people I would ask, and I would ask whatever questions I wanted.
But just so this is a modern setting. So this is 2025.
Yes.
Donald Trump's still president technically.
Yes.
So if you're having dinner at a Mexican restaurant, ICE might or might not potentially be coming in during
Possibly.
the conversation,
Possibly.
taking away some people. At that point, Jesus would have to stand up and protect those people, technically speaking.
Probably.
Right?
Well, Jesus Christ would, because he's God, just shun them away. Sorry.
Back to Mexico? What?
No. Shun them off. Like you're not like to ICE. You're not allowed to hurt anybody. Maybe he would even kill DJT right there. Maybe he would.
When I first asked you this question,
What do we say?
what did you say?
Some movie stars.
Yes.
You did too.
Yeah, I did too. I remember you saying Joe Rogan.
I did, right?
Yeah.
That would be great. See, if I had 6th person, I'll have Joe on.
So it's between who's the bench person? If somebody cancels, if Socrates like no, I gotta have a debate with somebody. Who's the bench man? Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Well, who's the other person? So the 7th.
DJT.
So DJT is a sub.
Yeah, sub.
Substitute.
He's the least interesting person of this conversation to me.
Donald Trump.
Yeah.
The least interesting guy.
Yeah.
Really, even so, between Marcus Aurelius, Socrates, and Donald Trump, who's the least interesting? Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Really?
Yeah. Because I don't think he's providing any value. I just think it would be interesting to see George Washington and Donald Trump talk to each other. That's the only reason.
The first and most.
Yeah, first and most recent.
Interesting.
And how things have changed, bro, from the Federalist Papers until now. Like that's insane. You don't think that'd be interesting?
Yeah, I'm not denying the interest of any of this, obviously, but that's fascinating choices.
You're not interested in Marcus Aurelius or Socrates?
I'm
at
not
all?
interested in any philosophers. I'm sorry.
Why?
Zero interest in any philosopher.
Bro, your entire frame of thought is derived from these guys.
I know.
100%.
I have never read Marcus Aurelius. Socrates
Has
has
nothing
this,
to do with that.
Socrates has this one quote that I like. The
What?
philosophy quote. He's like, if you're not thinking deeply, you're not thinking at all. Something like that.
Okay,
It was
yeah,
in our
great.
philosophy club church.
My point is, these guys, what they've impacted is Western society. And your frame of thought, maybe if you've never even read them, doesn't matter. They've definitely affected how you think.
But not like in what way did
Indirectly.
Marcus Aurelius affect me?
How to be a man. A lot of belief systems that you have.
What did he say specifically that tells me?
There's a lot of things that Marcus Aurelius said. How to you train your body, and that trains your mental thought.
Mr. Goggins has taught me more than Marcus Aurelius will
But what I'm
ever.
saying is, Goggins his frame of thought has ultimately been influenced from
More
Marcus Aurelius.
You think so?
100%.
You think he's read Marcus Aurelius?
I don't think he's. I don't know if he's. Doesn't matter if you read or not. Is my point. Society has been influenced from these guys.
I think it's all overhyped. All these philosophers are overhyped. Like Socrates, like what has he taught me that I carry with me?
Bro, are you
Maybe
crazy?
Galileo, if he taught me, like people who actually, maybe Isaac Newton. Yes, they were philosophers. but they're-
Socrates studied math, bro. Look up what equations Socrates has created.
What 1 + 1 is 2? Thanks, Socrates.
Socrates, dude, he's like the original guy. So did you know philosophy before wasn't just the ideas of thought and words, it was semantics? That's what it's become. It's basically semantics and how you think about things.
No, it was about like the natural
Everything.
order of things. Mathematics was a big part
Science,
of it. Sure.
everything was philosophy.
I'm not denying that these guys were impactful at the times that they were born in, right? But
Yeah.
in the modern day, I am not impacted by Marcus Aurelius or Socrates in any sort of way.
Yeah, you 100% are. 100%.
What does Socrates do, first of all?
Yeah, just-
besides philosophizing.
Yeah. Just put levels of Socrates or something.
The levels is just every philosopher
I was
just
waiting
has
for you to say
levels.
something. Or like what? Yeah. Yeah. What industries did Socrates impact?
Yeah, what kind of crypto did he eventually impact?
Creator of the Socratic method,
The Socratic
Okay.
method.
Debate. Yes.
self-knowledge, influence on Western philosophy,
Okay, influence.
impact.
I impacted Western philosophy
No, you
through this
don't.
Gen Z Speaks podcast. Yes.
What was the next one?
Just like societal impact and stuff.
Yeah, at that time, sure. The
Yeah, just
Socratic method is actually
Put
something.
mathematics.
Yeah, what kind of math did he
Yeah.
teach people?
I don't remember. I know
Maybe-
Aristotle
maybe-
huge, Plato huge.
Aristotle, I'll give you.
Plato?
Plato, I'll give you.
Bro,
Purely philosophy, like Marcus Aurelius was just a
Socrates was Plato's idol, bro. He was his mentor.
Socrates.
Socrates was Plato's mentor.
Okay, Plato,
Plato's Aristotle's mentor.
sure.
That's a crazy lineup right there, bro.
My
Most
ma-
impactful men in history.
My mentor is David Goggins. Was that dude?
What does it say?
He doesn't have any.
Oh, nothing with math?
Zero. You heard that right.
He didn't emphasize on math, but he did.
Just as
For truth? Oh, okay.
truth. But thank you, Socrates, for telling me what's the truth and what's false.
Okay, look at Plato.
No. Marcus Aurelius and stick to Socrates. You can name me all the philosophers.
Fine.
Tell me Marcus Aurelius. What did this dude do?
I just told you two things that he did.
What?
The frame of thought to be a man. Kind of like what's that book? It's amazing, bro. I've never read it actually though.
I just think we go ahead.
Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius Stoicism. Like, keep your emotions under composure.
You think he taught me that?
He's impacted you.
You're right. No,
Yes.
I disagree. Here's what we agree with. Marcus Aurelius was impactful. Socrates was impactful. All these people, very impactful people at that time.
Yes.
Did they influence future theories? Sure. But did they directly impact me? Absolutely not.
I didn't say never said directly.
You said have impacted me.
Indirectly, I said yeah, they did impact you.
Not even indirectly.
Are you crazy?
No, I stand by that. I'm sorry. Maybe Socrates impacted me because of the stupid Socratic method employed
The
by
Roman Empire didn't impact you 100%. That's the basis
Now
of the
you're talking about
United
empire
States.
versus person. Now you're making
No, but Marcus Aurelius was the emperor of the Roman Empire.
Now you're making a logical fallacy, which I know because I'm studying for the
Okay,
LSATs.
what's the
you're
logical
saying
fallacy?
just because an element is common within a whole, all the individual members also for that must also
No.
be true. You just said you basically said Marcus Aurelius, and then you said the
Yes.
Roman Empire.
What I said was Marcus Aurelius indirectly impacted you. How did he indirectly impact you? Okay, one reason is he was the emperor of the Roman Empire, first democratic society. The United States, not completely, but roughly, was designed from like the Roman Empire's principles. Yes, it was 100%. Not everything, but the Senate, yeah, I could say the Senate is pretty much the Senate of the Roman Empire.
Okay, interesting. Now you're actually making a better argument.
Fuck you. Better argument.
No, you're making a better argument because you're actually saying, hold on, you're actually defining. First you said frame of thought, you said manhood, but now you're giving something specific, which I appreciate. You're saying Marcus Aurelius impacted democratic forms of government, which
Yeah.
is
That's directly impacted
that
you.
can impact. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sure.
It has indirectly impacted you. So is Socrates. So is Jesus Christ. So is DJT.
Yeah. Jesus more, Donald Trump for sure because he's the current president.
Jesus more.
Marcus Aurelius, I'll concede to you, sure.
Thank you.
From that point of view, that specific point of view, not just frame of thought, manhood. Because let me tell you something, Marcus Aurelius didn't teach me jack shit about being a man. Okay,
Indirectly, he has.
maybe his
This
political.
machismo frame of thought of what it means to be a man, like
I don't
a
believe in
macho
that.
guy.
I believe in being a beta male. I don't believe in
Huh?
machismo.
Think of all the people that made you who you are.
Marcus Aurelius does not come up.
I know, but think of what made you who you are today.
Yeah, and that's through history, bro, has definitely impacted you.
I would have to call up Imran Khan in jail to ask him who impacted him, and that
Ron Khan got
not Marcus Aurelius. I know exactly who was inspired by.
But what you're doing right now is you're linking one person to another person. You have to link history, bro.
I'm letting you have that. I'm letting you
thank you.
say. I'm telling you, he's impactful. But this is why I'm being so like anal about all this. Is I think Western philosophers are overhyped, especially amongst young guys like us. We just revere these solemn white men that just like philosophized. I think, therefore I am. The meaning of life, the purposes, and like sure at that time they were revered and respected, and they might have been the thinkers of their time. But I just think it's overhyped, in my opinion.
Well,
That's why. Yeah.
Also, to be fair, I'm sure there's philosophers throughout other countries that we didn't learn about because all we learned about
Is Western philosophy. Sure, yeah.
or Western history actually. We learned world history, but okay, yeah, I can tell you some Asian philosophers, right?
Yeah, I would love to.
But like Hispanic,
They gotta look Chinese
culture,
though. They gotta look like Asian. They
Hispanic,
can't
black
just-
culture. I don't know anything about philosophers. I don't know. Do you know Paki philosophers?
Yes.
Okay. Who?
Allama Iqbal, he was a poet as well.
Okay.
Muhammad Ali Jinnah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know these guys.
Philosopher,
Yeah.
I
See,
know.
like, I don't know them.
Well, these are very recent people, like in the 150
Yeah.
years,
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like, do you know somebody from
500 years ago. Yeah,
like a Socrates? Like, that's my point.
Ibrahim and Matt Senior.
you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just
Well, because this is why is that?
because that's what we're taught in school. If we were taught African history, I guarantee. Oh, also,
We were taught this in world history though.
What?
The Chinese culture.
yeah, that's what I know some
Maoism?
Asian. That's what I'm saying. I know some Asians.
Like what? Like who? Yeah, I'm serious.
Uh,
Besides Genghis Khan, obviously.
Yeah,
Besides,
Sun Tzu. You can say
Interesting.
Tao, like the Taoist. What's his name? Dao something Dao. Buddha.
Buddha.
Yeah.
Buddha is definitely one. Yeah, I learned a lot about Buddha.
Yeah, I learned a lot about Buddha. Taoist,
He has
we
that
learned
levels,
about.
bro.
Confucius. Yeah.
Yes, Confucianism. Sure.
Well, it's... Sun Tzu is what, the art of war, right? Yeah.
Something just
No, I don't know these.
Zoroaster. Oh, what was Janish's faith?
Zen
Buddhism. Okay, yeah,
That's basically being an Ahmadiyya Muslim.
Janish's. No, it's not. Absolutely not. It's something weird. Zen Buddhism is. I don't even know. I'm sure it's.
Can you
novel.
define Zen Buddhist? Can you look that up? Define Zen Buddhist. Come on, Jenu.
Former Hindus from India. As you look that up, something just hit me, bro.
What?
And I think I'm still in disbelief. Podcasting is a type of philosophizing.
Yeah.
Because what are we doing all
Modern
day?
philosophizing.
It's modern philosophy.
Yeah.
So is Chris Williamson gonna go down in history as a Marcus Aurelius, or a Socrates, or Joe Rogan is gonna go down in history? I mean, sure.
I like the frame of thought from we had a guest on and we talked to him about the Hall of Fame of comedy. Do you remember who this guy was? Recent.
Yudi?
Was it Yudi?
I think so.
Yeah, Hall of Fame comedy. I love that frame of thought. I think about that now. The Hall of Fame of things. If I'm thinking of philosophy, would I think Chris Williamson is in the Hall of Fame of philosophy? No. Maybe Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan is in the Hall of Fame of philosophy.
Maybe modern philosophy. Maybe.
No.
I think he's united men in a lot of ways. I think he's united a lot of modern people.
Maybe MMA. You would have to put Joe Rogan in.
Yeah, for sure.
Comedy, yes.
Can you say pod? That's the thing. You're conflating podcasting and philosophy. Would I even put them in the same thing? I don't know. If I were to put them in the same category, for sure, Joe's in there.
See, Nate, now I'm making a logical error because
Yeah.
I confused
Two things.
two disparate things as one. So what's the answer?
Teaches that enlightenment is attainable within oneself through external deities or rituals.
Oh, perfect. That's Islam, bro. Zen
Really?
Buddhism. That's what it teaches.
But
It's saying no idol worship, right?
no, not through external deities.
Yeah, external deities, which is like physical objects of worship, correct?
I don't think so. I think it's a god.
What is external
Yeah,
deities?
Like no gods at all.
deity? Like God is a type of deity.
But deities, it said. It didn't. So what? Can do Zen Buddhists believe in God? They don't believe in God.
They just believe strictly through themselves and like meditation.
Hold on. So I was wrong. This is a fancy word for atheism. I'm not atheist. I'm Zen Buddhist. Like
Buddhists, I don't think believed in. I could be
they
completely
believe in a
wrong.
higher being though.
I don't know that. I don't know that's true.
I thought it meant like Zen Buddhism means no idol worship. Don't worship anything that's physical. That's what I thought.
Can you
Never
look at that
mind.
exact question?
Regardless.
What like?
Zen Buddhism is not primarily focused on believing in a god.
So they don't believe in God.
They're like
Interesting.
what is that word?
Agnostic.
Agnostic. Yeah, they're like agnostic, pretty much.
Instead of believing, they just practice.
But also, bro, like,
How can you practice if you don't believe? Interesting. Go ahead.
see, that's the thing. Our frame of thought is a Western thinking. That's Eastern thinking. So Eastern people in China, it makes more sense to them, and Western doesn't make as much sense to them because we have the frame of thought of Western thinking. We don't have that Eastern frame of thought, so it's not logical to us. Just like you said, how can they have a belief system but not believe in God?
No, I just say yeah.
You know?
understand.
You
I
get what I'm
understand
saying?
Yeah.
So you'll never understand, which is fine.
Yeah, see, this is straight up Zen, like much of Buddhism rejects the concept of a creator.
Yeah.
God forbid.
Yeah,
Wow.
Because I remember Buddhism believe in like the most evil thing to Buddhists is jealousy. Jealousy is like the root of all evil to Buddhists. And there's this crazy circle that I had to do in college, but yeah, it's mad.
I still dislike philosophy.
Basically, like science. They just straight up like, because what they believe is a cause and effect.
Cause and effect.
And like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, science. Well, yeah, cause and effect. Yeah, jealousy causes something, and then that causes another thing.
I think religion is a form of science. Truly, sincerely.
I don't think about that way at all. I think it's a different thing. Bro, you do this too much, bro, with religion.
think it's a way of life. Everything.
It is a
Answer
way
to
of
everything.
life, but that's the thing, dude. There's categories in life, and I don't think you can conflate God with another category. You can put God in a spiritual category.
I disagree
I
strongly.
know you do.
Strongly.
I don't think you can.
Why not?
Why not? What?
Why not put God into everything?
Because I can't logically know why Jesus Christ walked on water. Logically, scientifically, it's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
That's my point. That's something I will never comprehend. That's why it's something spiritual. That's why I put them in different categories.
No, but that's what God says, right? God says, like, I am supernatural.
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted to change the laws of the universe, of science, of space,
Yeah.
I can do that. Only I can do that.
Yeah.
So that explains it. Everything else is under the God's.
Yeah, so
God
you can say
created
anything
natural.
God does is logical. That's basically what you're saying. Anything God does is logical.
Anything God. Well, no, because even the rules of logic don't apply to God. Because logic by itself is a very human trait.
So why are you conflating the two then?
I'm not complaining. I'm not
100%
complaining
you
at all.
are.
I'm saying
if-
it's everything.
if-
God is everything.
If logic doesn't apply to God, then how can you even draw logical conclusions to things? What you said right there is my exact point. You can't draw logical conclusions because God is beyond this. It's something we can't comprehend.
I disagree. Here's why.
You just said it though.
No. Listen, you're not understanding what I'm saying. Actually, and sincerely,
Okay.
I believe I have logic as a human. I will always make logical conclusions. I can logically conclude that somebody else does not have the. I can conclude that somebody else does not have to abide by the logical order that is existing in my head. Does that make sense?
No,
How does that not make sense?
because logic isn't based on Ibrahim and Matt. Logic is a set standard.
Yes, but that set standard cannot apply only to God. Because God, that's what I'm saying.
Correct.
There's a asterisk in my statement. Logic applies to everything, sure, but God, because he's not a human, he's a super powerful, he is the Almighty. So it doesn't apply to him.
So
That's what
why
I'm
do you
saying.
try to draw logical conclusions to religion?
No, you're actually misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm just saying that God has for me at least, the Quran encompasses literally scientific teachings. Scientific teachings.
And the Quran has scientific teachings.
The Quran has
What does
scientific
it have?
teachings. For example, the Quran talks about space. The Quran literally talks about the
It says
laws of
what?
physics. Well, it says that Earth is a multi-planetary. That Earth exists in a multi-planetary spectrum of planets. But first of all, it literally says that. It foretells scientific advancements like cars. It literally speaks of cars and airplanes. It speaks of the qualities that certain animals have, that certain elements have. It speaks of scientific things. I'm not an expert on the Quran. I cannot give you specific little things, but it literally, the stuff that I've read, specifically in translation and commentary to understand it better, it applies that. I actually believe the Quran encompasses scientific. I'm not saying it is a scientific work. I'm not saying that. I think it encompasses all of life. Like, it's a way of life, and a way of life encompasses elements of science.
Yeah,
So I'm not conflating the two. I'm just saying God is science.
of course.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but God is everything.
God
That's
is
why you
everything,
Put it
yeah.
in its own category.
Sure, science is definitely. I'm not saying science is definitely a category at its own, but I'm just saying religion, to me, in my opinion, like religion and science go hand in hand, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think science is a Western way of thinking. I don't think Eastern way of thinking is like this.
I just think they go hand in hand.
For example, like medical field, that's a type of science, right? But Eastern ways of Eastern ways of solving what medical problems, for example, that's not science, bro. It's herbal, right? That's
culture, though, right?
yeah, cultural
Yeah.
herbal.
It's not religion, though. Yeah,
What do you mean?
like a lot of the stuff I get
Eastern
you.
way of thinking is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, and that's not technically Buddha. That's not a religion, right? Like Buddha never wanted his teachings to be a religion. He never wanted that. He literally said that. He said it's just a way of life, just a way to live. I'm not telling you that you should worship this. What I'm saying, it's just a way to live, simply, right? So they don't even have that concept of like a god, like this other earthly being. there. So that's what I'm saying. That it's not logical.
Because it's also you're thinking of all the religions. When I make
You're
my
saying
statement,
life, right? You're saying life.
I'm just thinking about I'm not even like thinking about Christianity, Buddhism. I'm just thinking about Islam as an Ahmadi. What I believe in, I believe it goes hand in hand with science. Just my fundamental belief. Which is why when you asked me, I said, yeah, like it goes hand in hand. Like it's a part. They work in congruity, not.
But
separate.
it doesn't make sense. What you're saying doesn't make sense.
To me, it makes sense.
So yeah, but you get what I'm saying. That's fine because that's your frame of thought. But that's not logic.
Well, to somebody that
Logic
doesn't
is
believe
fact.
in my faith system, yeah, it probably doesn't make sense because they're like,
no,
well,
but strongman it for me.
how? In what way? Tell me something that doesn't make sense. He's pointed out specifically.
Okay, yeah. So in the Quran, for example, what can we use as a science? Like
Talks about man, woman, the anatomy of a man, the physiology of a man.
no, but like okay, you're saying like astronomy, for example, right? Astronomy.
Okay.
Okay. And you're saying that there's talks about elements. Okay, it doesn't talk about that Jupiter is made of gases.
Yeah, sure.
You get
I'm not saying
right?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but here's what I'm telling you. I think there's a huge problem in the Western world is we think of religion as a separate thing and science as a separate thing. And that's in my opinion because the Catholic Church and Christianity in general have been opposing for a lot of times in history, like Galileo. Think of Galileo. The Catholic Church locked up Galileo because they thought that Galileo's teachings went against what the Catholic Church taught at that time.
Copernicus, yeah.
Yeah, Copernicus. Was it Copernicus or Galileo?
No, Copernicus is what the Catholic religion believed in.
Yeah, Copernicus came before Galileo,
Yeah.
and that's what the Catholic Church believed in. And Galileo came along
Correct.
during the scientific revolution, 1500s, right? Something like that.
Correct.
And they locked them up, basically.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not blaming the Catholic Church specifically. I'm just saying, I'm giving you an example of why in Western society, religion and science have always been against each other. And maybe a better way of framing it is they work hand in hand, that they don't have to be opposing on the opposite ends of each other. Like just because science says that, here's an example.
Okay.
Actually, I don't want to talk about that. That's way too, it's just,
What?
because I'm not even informed.
What were you gonna say?
I was going to give you the example of like gay marriage. Because for some person, it's exactly. I don't even want to open up that Pandora box. I would love to at some point if I get more educated on that topic. I'm just not interested in. I'm sorry, it's Pride Month. I know. I'm not interested in.
Is it Pride Month?
Yeah, it's apparently
June is.
June is Pride
wow,
Month.
I didn't know that. I thought February was.
That's Black History Month.
Oh well, what's the difference?
Conflating the blacks with the gays.
What's the difference?
What was I saying? Oh,
your phone.
is that my phone?
Yeah.
Does that mean the video stopped? Yeah, just switch to him.
No, it's still going.
It's still going, the video?
It's just vibrating.
It's vibrating.
Are you sure?
Technical difficulty. I put your phone on D&D. It's weird. Oh, but they called you twice probably.
It's probably your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to go. So what time is it? Okay, I need to leave very soon. So this, you know what you do understand what I'm trying to say now? I just think in Western society, it's always been pitted against each other.
I think it's a good frame of thought to have.
And that's why so many scientists are atheists. They don't believe in religion because, in my sincere opinion,
true.
I think so.
Scientists are atheists?
Sorry. Let me rephrase. A lot of people that are really scientific and involved in the sciences, they're not religious.
Okay, religious?
Religious. Sorry.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think they're atheists. I do believe a lot of
agreed,
science
agreed.
believe there's a higher power.
Agreed.
Yes.
Because that's what a lot of science eventually leads them
Yes.
towards.
Yes.
Agreed. Sorry. Thank you for catching me on that. But that's why I think a lot of scientists are not like, they don't believe in a faith
I get your idea now. I get your idea.
You get
now.
what I'm saying?
I get what
Yeah.
you're saying. I don't put the two in the same category. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think
Yeah.
we've all been indirectly impacted by that frame of thought. Because for like 600 years, if the biggest institution in the world was literally picking fights with the scientific community, so that's what happens.
I also think this. There's a spiritual realm, right?
Yeah.
Like a hierarchy kind of thing. There's a spiritual realm, and then from there, everything derives, right? And then you can say science, you can say society, you can say whatever, health, wellness, whatever it is, right? Everything derives from the spiritual realm because obviously God has done all of this. So, yeah, I guess you can say religion has created everything. I don't think I would necessarily, if I'm talking to somebody about science, I don't think I would ever bring up religion when talking about the scientific matter. Like, okay, like you can say like, okay, God did everything, so God did this. Like, I don't think that would ever come up in conversation because that's not strong manning anything. It's not proving anything. That's faith based.
Yeah, so scientific experiments are based on hypotheses, predictions about certain things, and then they test those hypotheses against those predictions.
Yeah.
So in science, you have to prove things. So I can understand from your perspective, you're like, well, religion, you can't really prove. You just got to believe. Well, that's because religion works, or faith-based systems work based on faith.
Yeah.
You can't. The whole test is, we can't prove it. It's up to you to believe it or not, based on the guidelines that's given. And science is like, well, we need physical, concrete proof. We need data. So in that way, sure, I can see where why you think the way you think. But I just think when people think of science, well, yeah, God made everything. Who is the creator? It's God, right?
God, yeah.
And obviously, we can't talk to God directly.
We'll never know, yeah.
We're not pious. So what can we do, though, to get to those answers? We got to do our own research.
But
that's what science really is.
Why even strive for the research of who is God?
Not who is God. I'm talking about scientific things.
Oh, scientific things?
Because God has the answers to everything.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
So we have to figure out
we have to figure out the workings of God, right?
Okay, got it, yeah.
In the real world, you have to do experiments to understand God's work.
Okay, that makes more sense. That's fair. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is the beauty of religion in a way. It's like, it actually says these are the basic guidelines. So the Quran doesn't encompass, it's not a scientific book, but it has a way of life that incorporates scientific elements. And it actually does talk about science. So it's not separate from science, is my point. It's not like talking about a way of life that doesn't match up with any scientific realities.
Because God encompasses that.
Because God created the scientific order.
Just like in the Quran, I'm sure that it talks about relationships.
Sure.
Right? That's another factor of life. It talks about society, probably talks about death, right? These are all factors of life, right? And so, sure, maybe if in the grand scheme of things, science is part of religion in that way. Okay, fair. But I don't think I'm good. If I'm having a scientific conversation, I'm bringing up religion. I don't think I'm doing that.
I think I would. If I was more informed, I think I would. I would,
Right.
yeah. But in a strictly like experiment based,
But you can't strongman it because it's faith.
What do you mean strongman? Like I'm not strong.
You can't prove it. You can't prove it.
Prove what?
Whatever it is, based on the religion or Quran, you're not able to prove something. You only prove it because you believe in God and God is faith-based.
Yes, but certain things in the Quran, like the Bible, is a work of history as well.
Yeah.
Right? Like it foretells history. It talks about history. Or right?
Foretells history? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, well, it discusses past events, correct?
Yeah, past events,
And that is a form of science, actually.
History?
Speaking, history is a form of social science.
So?
Social science.
Social science?
Or
Okay.
100% social science. But it's not just like a way of life. It's a discussion of the world.
Okay.
And it encompasses, in my opinion, like scientific works. If I was having a theoretical discussion with you about black holes, I'm probably not going to tell you my religion.
That's my point, yeah.
I know, I understand that, but it's still, it doesn't, because it's...
I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because I believe in God. But God, to believe in God, you have to have faith and you have to have a belief system, right? Science, black holes, you don't need a belief system. Like, there's a lot of scientists that may say, okay, a wormhole or black hole takes you to another dimension. Doesn't mean it's true, but that's your faith. But you can't strongman that. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't strongman black holes and wormholes because you believe in God. That's not possible. It's just not possible.
I have a better answer now.
Okay.
So, in my opinion,
Yeah.
I might be mistaken, but the Quran has a lot of scientific teachings. It just has like conclusions, let's say. Conclusions.
Okay.
But science is a way to prove to men, because we are not strong in faith, right? And we need physical, hard proof and evidence to believe those things. So religious works have these conclusions, and science works to get closer and prove and confirm these conclusions.
So why don't I think, my opinion, in history, scientists would have seen, like maybe a scientist would be speaking to a philosopher or historian or a priest or whoever, right? And the priest would bring this up, and a scientist would look. I'm sure out of the millions of scientists in history, somebody would look at a Bible or Quran and be like, wow, the answer I'm looking for is right here.
I think they have.
I don't think
both
so.
in the Bible and the Quran. Well, also keep that in mind. If you create a culture of animosity between two institutions, it becomes part of a culture.
Fair, yeah, I think so. Maybe
So
part of the culture.
you know, they're not even thinking of it as an option.
But there's always going to be like the Graham Hancocks, like the people that don't belong in the culture.
I think this is something I think I would actually look into. I think scientists have looked at religious texts.
And what if they? Okay, I need to look into this too. What have they proved? I don't know. I've never heard of this.
I would love to have that discussion.
Yeah,
I'm actually curious about this. Yeah,
that's a good question.
I think I'm sure.
I agree. Like I said, there's there's an overarching thing, and then there's factors that come from it. But you just can't prove something.
Like, God has an answer to everything.
Yeah,
100%.
But you can't prove it. You can believe it with all your heart. You get what I'm saying, or no?
In some ways, but I think you're caught up in the semantics of some things. But that's fine. We talked about so many things in this podcast. Donald Trump and George Washington, Socrates. I think we covered all. This is the intro to history 101 from the eyes of Gen Z.
Yeah. What if we're having our two dinners right next to each other? We're at a restaurant.
It would overlap.
Why?
Because I have Jesus as well, so it would.
Yeah. Well, Jesus
either your dinner happens or my dinner doesn't.
No,
happen.
Jesus is God, so he can be at both places at once.
See, I fundamentally disagree with that because I don't think Jesus is God.
Thank you for having my podcast. I mean, I don't know what I'm saying. Thank you for answering my question.
Thank you.
Yep.
You're welcome.
And I'm sorry that
I'm
wrong.
I want to have that, bro. We're having on a Christian pastor and an imam just talking, and let's have a Jewish rabbi too. Let's literally settle the debate. Let's settle the debate. It's never been done before.
It will never be done.
No, why can't we do it? We're bringing together the Abrahamic faiths.
Yeah.
Let's get another chair, Mike. I'm actually serious. A 5-way conversation.
Oh, the mixer, yeah.
It's over. We're world peace is happening one day at a time. We can literally make that happen. A
conversation can happen for sure.
Yeah, it's bro.
Nobody is not.
Have you seen that on a podcast?
Out of the three? No.
A Jewish rabbi. What do you mean Jewish? A rabbi, a pastor, and an imam.
Yeah.
Legendary. That's pioneering.
That would be insane.
That would be sick. I think we can make that happen. Actually.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thank you, buddy.